Another day, another grind. We're here on Troll Run, and I am on the Wood Elf once again, practicing. I think I should join also some Discords where I can get a little bit of help. And I'm playing against Korn and Yernov Rar, or Yernov.rar. Yeah, let's get into it. So, we have the Glade Lord as usual on the dragon. Then I took some War Dancers here, couple of star Glade cards with Starfire Shafts because of the armor penetration. Then we have two Hawk Riders because I know the air units are not so strong with Khorne than Wildwood Rangers. He has here Skull Crushers of Khorne hidden. Then we have the Khorne's Bloody Fist. Over there, Scarbrand the Exiled. Really cool that he took him. And then here we have two skull cannons. So really interesting and really nice thought out. It looks like an ambush because Chaos Warriors with dual weapons and large weapons as well, halberds. So yeah, let's fast forward here. Shots are going in once again. I'm moving my Hawk Riders here to engage into the just in case, Glade Riders with Hegbane tips as well. So mobility against Khorne here, and we have a wild no, the arrow of Kurnos shooting into the first cannon, and the cannons now shooting in, and the jukes are real. Look at that. That was natural here. And now I am going into attack mode. I want to shut down both of those cannons here. One shot hits, the other one goes wide. And yep, we're shortly here now. Just going into melee, and that is where the cannons probably not the strongest against those units here. In the middle, we are poking down Scarbrand. Scarbrand is getting attacked. We also have a Spellsinger with the Shadow Affinity, and he is like pulling all of them in, but he is getting crunked down here, ladies and gentlemen. The Khorne's Bloody Fist, the Bloody Fist is here pretty much now juking around and going for my Glade Guards, which is pretty good, but he blundered. My opponent blundered here. Scarbrand easily. We have here our guy shooting in, fighting the two skull cannons, and I don't know why he didn't move his units here earlier. Maybe he was more focused on Scarbrand, which died very quickly. And Skull Crushers now going in. A nice Malkos is activated here, casted on those units, and we're shooting them down, so they are basically, I'm even trying to move with the Spellsinger to just get the like a roadblock here. The Bloody Fist basically pretty good here fighting against my units. I don't know why my Wildwood Rangers here are kind of retreating. Over here, yep, we have it. Both cannons are down, and now as you can see over here, I'm moving in with the Glade Riders to support this side with the Bloody Fist. Over here now, the halberds are moving in, but I am already in the air, and now I can just poke those units down. So pretty nicely done here. Yeah, Scarbrand was blundered here pretty quickly. I also went here for the Bloody Fist, which fights in the woods. That's also a advantage whatsoever. So my opponent basically, I don't know what the plan was from Khorne here. Maybe to juke me out so I can so I engage into the cannons and overextend, and then kind of he crushes me from each and every side. That would have been interesting, but it didn't work. So here now, Glade Lord also juking around. We have still a couple of ammunition shots ready here, and over there the Glade Guards and the Riders. Where are the Riders? The Riders now moving in here into those two units. I have to be careful. I can't go down here on those units because halberds will kick my butt here for sure. So Blade Lord is kind of, yeah. And now they're crumbling, they're disintegrating because their lords are done. And that was a very, very quick one. Yeah. Let's get into the values here. So the cannons didn't really get any value whatsoever. Like, then the Bloody Fist, Scarbrand really blundered. So that was a very, very strange build. I was so surprised here. You can see my Glade Guards really extending their gold value pretty nicely. Glade Lord even did as good as he could. And then, yep, those, yeah, there was not much to do, but we practiced a couple more times. So yeah, let's get into the next one. So same map, same opponent, same factions, but this time a little bit of a different setup. And yeah, let's get into this one. I was pretty, I have to say, I enjoyed those matches here against my opponent because I thought like we're on the same page kind of level-wise. So this time, once again for me, Glade Lord. And now I wanted to have a little bit of hidden units. So Deepwood Scouts here in the woods. We have a couple of Wildwood Rangers, then Sisters of Thorn, another Shadow Spellsing Caster, Blade Singers, one Wardens of Citral unit. I was trying to do something else this time. He came with Arbel the Undefeated, Blood Crushers here. That is interesting that those Chaos Furies could really set down into the woods. I don't know if he did that immediately or if that was before planning. Then he had Chariots, so I was not prepared for Chariots, and another Skull Crusher unit plus a Bloodthirster. So yeah, and again, same tactics here, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Skull Cannons, but this time they're going for my units here. So I am immediately moving into the woods in a moment and trying to yeah, trying to juke the damage as much as possible. I will later on use my units to get to those cannons, but yeah, this time one cannon immediately engaged here into the fight with the Glade Lord, but this time my opponent reacts pretty quickly. Blood Crushers are moving in, want to engage into the Glade Lord, and I want to go out again, but I forgot that I am in melee, so that was not so good. Harpies, or Furies, sorry. Furies are down, but also the Deepwood Scouts running off. And now the Bloodthirster, well, I don't have a lot against it. So the only advantage I have is the woods, right? Melkos is going down, and now it would have been better to maybe focus down the Chariots here, maybe with a little bit of shooting, but I went for the Bloodthirster here. Skull Crushers, yeah, they dealt with Deepwood Scouts for sure, and there's still another, oh, the Blood Shrine, yes. The good old Blood Shrine. I didn't even know that that existed until he came with it. But as you can see, also my opponent is a little bit, yeah, slower on his decision making. And yep, I'm fighting the Blood Crushers. Now I have to use my Blade Singers just to do something else, to distract and do damage. We have a, I think a, yeah, Shields of Thorns activated, so we can punch back a little bit of this meaty damage here. Pretty nicely done with the Sisters of Thorn. And now I am trying to, yeah, focus down everything that is here. Yeah, my Glade Lord has to move away, and also those Sisters of Thorn really in a bad spot. Also Deepwood Scouts now moving in to focus down the cannons, but this time those cannons are pretty nasty against me. I netted the Blood Crushers, and here's a Arrow of Kurnos into the Skull Cannon, but yeah, it's not enough. I moved up my Spellsinger here into the woods, and now Arbal has to fight those Sisters of Thorn, which are spiking him with the spears and then running off once again. Over here, I thought like I had the upper hand, but as you can see, I can't really deal with the Bloodthirster here, and now the Blood Shrine also supporting the units, and I'm kind of here like, yeah, probably not in a good spot, not the best matchup I have here. I can use the Wardens of Cithril to deal with larger entities, but there are too many. There are 3 larger entities here, and there's even the Gorebeast Chariot. So yeah, Arbal here pretty yeah, unscathed. Half HP, moving in to support the units here, and I'm using the Sisters of Thorn to make his journey as slowly as possible. Yeah, over here the Skull Cannon finally gets taken down by the Blade Singers, and a little bit I blundered that because I have those Blade Singers here and I wanted to take the point, but I didn't do it fully. So yeah, now Sisters of Thorn getting a little bit in a very bad spot. We have a breath attack now to break those Blood Crushers. Is it enough? I don't know. I could go in now, but the good part is one cannon is down for sure. Now when I look at that, I should have used those units here to, yeah, go into melee, right? Instead of running off. In the woods, slowly but surely the grind is on, and the grind is really going bad for me. I think I can manage to take down the Bloodthirster or Arbal, and I think when I kind of manage to do that, I maybe have a chance. But other than that, yeah, it doesn't look as good as I thought. And you can see that. The good part is the Skull Cannon is also hunting my units to get some ammunition back. And my units, it seems like they have... yeah, they have skirmish mode on, so that's why they're running so strangely. I am now going to help maybe out a little bit. Arbal is getting low pretty nicely, so maybe there is a chance, but his Destroyer of Khorne ability and Thirst of Challenge is going up and up and up, so this is really a bad setup for me. As you can see here, I'm standing now on the point, but I don't take the point. That's the problem. Breath attack, I don't know, hits a couple of my units as well, but I'm trying to do whatever I can. I don't want to engage into melee because, as you can see, in a moment, the Bloodthirster is going airborne and tries to hunt down my Glade Lord. So focus is right now on the Bloodthirster here. And yep, the cannon doesn't do a lot so far. That's good, but the one... yeah, the Blood Shrine is really annoying here. And basically, I could have used, yeah, those Deepwood Scouts could have helped me out here. Now the Blood Shrine is hunting them down. And, oh my god, my Glade Lord has a little bit of a problem here. We have 1,000 or 1,400 HP against... 1,000 HP, and what do we have here? We have the Ban of Eternal Queen still active. That's good. We can't really do anything else. Now I'm using Malkos, I think, because I'm trying to do anything I can to stop this and do damage as much as possible, slow him down, and now we have to fight. And as you can see, I didn't take the point. Really bad stuff, because that would have maybe forced him to move up here and leave my other troops alone. I don't know. Bloodthirster here crunching down my Glade Lord, and I think that we will see it in a moment. Glade Lord trying to get away, and we have another cast going down. Glade Lord is moving down to the ground, gets really dangerous. A net is there, and now we're trying to go away, but there is the finishing move, unfortunately. Yeah, and the Blade Singer is having a hard time to, of course, engage here. Malkos once again activated, and yeah, he's dangerously low, but it is not enough. The Blood Shrine here coming over, Arbal survived, so I think when I destroy Arbal here, I have a chance. But it is not the case, so yeah, let's fast forward here because my units are breaking in a moment and the game is basically done. Yeah, let's get into the... This time the cannons did a way better job. You can see that. I was surprised about the Blood Shrine, but it helped out for sure. Bloodthirster was pretty nicely done. I didn't have anything big against it. Blood Crushes as well, so yeah, I wasn't expecting that much of big units. Nonetheless, Glade Lord, good value. We have good value also on the Blade Singers here. Really nice Wardens of Citadel. This time I blundered my archery unit, but Sisters of Thorn had a good, good utility. So third and last game here. So different map, River of Amaxon, but same factions, same players, different setups. It seems like my opponent was practicing something. I assume. I'm not sure, but he always came with two cannons and then a couple of units that are hidden somewhere else. And they were always or usually a lot of riders. So this time I went just fully riders and big units. So we have Dorthu here. We have a lot of wild riders, even the RRR version. We have a dragon because the air belongs to me. And we have the Glade riders here. Unfortunately, they get immediately caught here. And yeah, for my opponent, we have Blood Shrine once again, Blood Crushers of Khorne, Chaos Furies, two cannons, as you know already, Scarbrand here, and then Bloodthirster and Skull Crushers once again. Yeah, let's fast forward a little bit, juking couple of shots here with the Glade Riders, but they're getting extremely low, right? Extremely low. So I take them into the woods to heal, regenerate, meditate, and yeah, that's basically it. But now I'm riding. The riders are riding in. The dragon is moving in. He gets hunted by the Bloodthirster here. Pretty annoying that this thing is flying, but yeah, it is what it is. Dorthu is moving to the point, and also the Treeman as well. So now you can see that is also pretty interesting that all those units here are kind of can't move because the ground is very yeah, trembling, I think it is. So yeah, but I engaged the cannons. They're pretty surrounded, and now Treeman against Dorthu. No, Dorthu and his brother against Scarbrand. Yep, that it is. So Chaos Furies now coming to help here, and I just let them here. I just let them fight because they're fighters anyways, so that's okay. One cannon already down. Now we have to focus down the Bloodthirster soon, and then the Skull Crushers. Dragon got airborne once again and can now use his Dragon Breath, and I think this time I used the Dragon Breath on the Furies here. Nicely done. Yes, this is what you want to see, right? It's poison and fire. Now moving in once again and just fighting it out. To be honest, I kind of was sure. Here you can see what I'm doing is also pretty nice. Using the Glade Riders that came from the woods to shoot the poison arrows on Scarbrand. He can't move. He gets a big debuff. Maybe not a big debuff, but definitely a debuff. And yeah, a couple of riders try to move out here, but getting intercepted by Scarbrand. And now Treeman and Dorthu are going in to fight. And to be honest, as long as Dorthu stays pretty healthy, he's a very confident fighter, in my opinion. We have the Skull Crushers here now. And yep, here the dragon has to move away a little bit. I need him to get airborne, that's for sure, so he can use his breath once again. My Wild Riders are now routing a little bit, broken, running off, but also getting ready for another attack. Bloodthirster here still online, so that is really bad, but Scarbrand is going down. The Tree Brothers got rid of him. The demonic infestation is is down, and now Blade Riders shooting into those Skull Crushers and running off into the woods. Pretty good stuff here. My goal now is to move with the Treeman and Dorthu to take the point, which I will do in a moment. But I think at first my opponent went for the point. So here fighting the Skull Cannon now with the last riders I have. Nice Flock of Doom going down here on the Blood Crushers. And Blood Crushers? No. Yo, Blood Crushers. Okay. We have the Bloodthirster still, so he is dangerous. I can't forget about him, and also a couple of Skull Crushers here as well. But yeah, Treeman. The Treeman is really, really good in this matchup here. He can punch those this Blood Shrine here, and Dorthu is basically for the Blood Crushers here. You can see Ancient Protector is the ability of, I think, the Treeman. And now, immediately focusing the Bloodthirster here. And other than that, there's not much left here. So, Flock of Doom activated. Nice damage here on this blob. Even though the blob is pretty small. But those two units are left. And they're the ones that have to carry that game. Wild Riders, once again, charging in. Charging to protect their lord, and the Blood Shrine is also here. I'm a little bit surprised, like, yeah, the Crushers here, the Blood Crushers now disintegrating, really nice. That is what you want to see. Then, wow, look at the damage. Those two units here really did a great job against the Bloodthirster. My Glade Riders came back, and they're shooting into the Skull Crushers here. So, really annoying, I guess. I'm trying my best to be annoying, and I am annoying. Bloodthirster down, and now only the Shrine left. And let's fast forward here, because it looks like I am winning, right? We had a little bit of a terrain bug here. He couldn't really move up, but yeah, it is what it is. And we have the W, so it's a 2-1, right, against Mr. Yen of Ra. And I like that we could have those fights. Scarbrand, for sure, not the value you want to see. He's very expensive, but my opponent used his cavalry really good, so that is basically what I struggled with. Bloodthirster, nice stuff. Cannons I could take offline. I think he was not prepared for only riders, right? And then only those big units. So we had the Treeman here doing his value stuff. The Dragon a little bit blundered, but one breath attack was there. Dorthu, yeah, he carried the game, I would say, when you look at that. That was a fun one. And for now, I'm gonna fetch myself a green tea.